So you only have $100 and you want to start investing? Stay tuned for 4 ways to invest your first $100.
Welcome back, band family. It's Josh and Rudy once again, and today we've got some great content for you. We want to show you several different ways to get started investing with just $100. Want to take it away, Rudy?
All right, so, I don't know, which one should I put first? Should I keep the best for last, or, let's go with the simplest way. The simplest way to invest $100, I would have to say, is invest in an index fund.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about that.
All right, so all you would do, you invest into an index fund, and I say just leave it in there until you're 60. If you're 20, leave it in there until you're 60 years old. You're gonna have a nice chunk of change.
Absolutely.
If you guys saw our recent meme that we posted about compound interest, it's gonna do all the work for you. That $100 is gonna turn into maybe $100 and $101, but then $102, but then soon it's gonna keep growing, and before you know, you're gonna have a pretty nice chunk of change in there. But the only thing about that, you're not really learning anything from it. That's more of a set it and forget it type of
Absolutely.
way.
One more thing on that index fund. Some of the cool things that you also do with the index fund, which we'll put on another video, is what's called dollar cost average. And that's really where you start with that $100 and you add on to it slowly. But we'll put that on another video. Thumbs up if you want that. Put that in the comments if you want to understand how to also invest with dollar cost average as well. But the next point would be one of my favorites.
Wait. You can't just give them everything just for free. We're giving you guys tips to make you money and set you up for the rest of your life. So it's gonna cost you. So if you guys want to find out how the rest of the tips on how to invest $100, click that like button, click that subscribe button, and click that little bell button so that you never miss out on any of our videos, all right?
Absolutely.
All right, so now that we got that out of the way, you continue.
One of my favorites is investing in books, right? We know that a lot of millionaires, they say they read 1 book a week, right? So what books can you potentially invest in with just $100, right? Some of our favorites: Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. What else?
Here we go.
Just pulled one literally from a bookshelf right here. Right? The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Right? The reason a lot of millionaires and wealthy people read books is because it starts to frame their way of thinking. And one of the biggest things in becoming wealthy is to understand what to do with the wealth, right? And how to manage that wealth, right? So definitely, $100, I'd go to the books.
Yo, honestly, that I think is the gem. We can't stress that enough, because honestly, with $100, there's really not much you can do in the way of investing, because even if you get a 30% return on $100, it's only $30, it's not much. It's not gonna change your life or change your lifestyle. But the best investment you can make is in your own education.
Absolutely.
That's something you will never lose. And with some of the books that you just mentioned, if you read those books, you'll know more than 99% of investors out there. Like, most of your friends, they don't know anything about investments. But if you read these books, there's so much wealth and knowledge in there. It'll, like Josh said, it'll change your way of thinking. It'll change your mindset and frame everything for you. Like, you'll thank yourself later.
Absolutely.
Just investing. And it's easy. Just go on Amazon, if you could buy more books, you could get the ebook versions, or you could get the paperback, or you could get them used, they don't cost that much money. Each of these books that you mentioned are between $5 and $15.
Absolutely.
So,
best way to maximize your investment. So, and one more, the 4-hour work week.
Yeah,
you put me on that book. So,
totally different way of thinking about business. Like, trust me, you guys, you will be enlightened. Read these books. And there's so many more books. Just go onto Google and type in best business books, or best books for stocks, or best, whatever, into a Google search, and you'll get a whole list of books. And even on Amazon, once you start buying some of these books, it's going to suggest other books that you guys should really read up on.
Absolutely. What's another one, Rudy?
I would say the next thing you might want to invest your $100 in is skills. And what I mean by that is maybe get Rosetta Stone or something. I don't know how much that costs. I'm not advertising for them or anything. This isn't a paid promotion, but learn another language, or learn how to code. Take one of the coding boot camps, or just learn a skill. Learn how to do photography or something. Just anything that betters yourself with that $100. You'll thank yourself later. If you know how to do photography, God forbid one day you're down and out, you really need some money, and you know how to shoot, hey, you can pick up a gig just like that because you know how to do photography.
Absolutely.
Or you learn another language. Let's say you learn Chinese. That's a great way to break the ice.
Yeah, and they always say one of the easiest ways to build value in the workplace is to grow your skill set, right? So say, for instance, you just wanted to be better with public speaking. You can invest in a $50, $100 public speaking course to prep you for that interview that you've always been shooting for. And eventually, instead of now you earning $70,000, you just bumped your salary to $100,000, $150,000, $200,000. So just by investing that $100,
exactly,
you increase the skill, and now you're getting paid tenfold.
That's a great return on investment.
Absolutely,
right there. Like,
absolutely.
Absolutely. I can't even stress it enough.
Can't. Yep. Another one would be stocks, right? So jumping into stocks, and this is not investment advice, guys, but I just want to preface that. Definitely.
What do you mean though? Stocks? Just $100?
$100 into stocks.
How could you possibly? What is $100 in stocks going to do? Come on, Josh.
To be honest with you, nothing. No, but honestly, I do want to encourage everyone to jump into that because with the $100 can sometimes just be that itch. You got rid of that itch and that urge to jump in, right? You may not fully make any money off that $100, but it's a good learning experience. Sometimes the easiest way to learn to swim is to just jump in, all right?
It's actually how I learned. I almost drowned. The only thing that was going through my head is the girl behind you. She's laughing at you right now. You're gonna be embarrassed if you die. So I started swimming and I made it to the top.
Do it. And if you don't want to lose that $100, you're gonna swim. You're gonna find a good strategy that works for you. There's a ton of different ways for that self-education as well. Going on YouTube, and later on, some of our other videos will show you how to do quick and easy purchases, right? Buys, puts, you name it. So we'll show you a little bit about that. But investing in stocks, some of the tools we like to use and platforms are as easy as Acorns, right? So you start with that $100 and you allow Acorns to invest it in a fund, similar to what Rudy talked about earlier. Robinhood, say you want to pick out your own stocks. It's a commission-free platform. And no, we're not advertising for Robinhood, at least not yet.
But Robinhood is great.
It's amazing.
Great.
It's amazing. It's a great platform. So instead of you paying that $7.50 to put a trade in, it's free. So you just save $7.50. Anything you make on that stock becomes your return. Jump on it.
So Robinhood pretty much is just a way to buy and sell stocks, right?
It's a platform. That's it.
For free. You put in your money. It's real money.
Platform. It's
a great way to start. Hey, I think, you know what I like about that is the fact that with that first $100 that you put in, even though $100 you're not going to get a big return, but you're going to go through all the same emotions that you go through trading.
Absolutely.
You're going to feel the fear of losing money. Whenever you start to see your 100 start to turn into 90, then 80, then 60, you oh my God, I got to sell this. So now you know what the fear feels like. Then once that 100 starts to turn into 200, 300, you're going to experience greed because you're going to be like, you know what, let me hold on to this longer. Let it keep growing.
You can build your gut.
The most infuriating thing is when your money just stays stagnant. So you invested this $100, a week pass, 2 weeks pass, a month, a year, and you still only got $100. That would drive you crazy. Like, why is my stock not growing? There's nothing happening. But it's going to teach you how to control your emotions. It's one thing to learn the theory in a book or on the YouTube videos and everything, but when you put it in practice,
practical forms,
that's when you're really going to learn. And you're going to cement it.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, honestly. So, what's another way, Rudy?
Here's an easy way that I'm sure all of you guys have done. Actually, I can bet money that 90% of you guys have done this before and haven't even realized it. Remember back when you were in elementary school and you used to get those pamphlets, the booklets, where you have to sell candy, but there was all these prizes that you get for those boxes? Guess what the school was doing? You were flipping the candy.
How much they buy the candy for?
So, let's say they bought the candy for like 25 cents a bar. You're selling it for like $2 a bar.
I think that's a come up.
And you, as a little kid, all you're thinking about is you want that prize. You want to sell the most boxes of candy or whatever.
Absolutely.
But really, that was teaching you, that was your first experience, probably your first experience with flipping. So, flipping is a great way to invest your first $100. Like, you can go onto Craigslist, go onto Let Go, buy things for $1, sell it for $2, or sell it for $3 or $10. Whatever you want to sell it for is a great way to make a lot of money. And Craigslist, I think they still have that free section, right?
Absolutely. So you just pick up those things, garage sales, right? Gary Vee does it a lot. He goes to these garage sales, he buys a bunch of little items, and he puts it right on eBay, right on Craigslist, Amazon, you name it, and he makes his return on investment.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way.
You know, just buy something, you flip it. It's not that hard. And you know, we have so many things available to us. You can sell it on Let Go, on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace, or on your Instagram story or Snapchat, or just talk to your friends at school. There's so many different ways where you can sell it. And you know, we're all hustlers. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you want to make money. So
that's it.
You know, just break out of your shell. A lot of you guys fear rejection. You're gonna have to get over that. You're gonna get rejected at least once in your life. But the quicker you get over that rejection, the easier it's gonna be to approach the next person, you know? And if you think that you just don't know how to sell to people, what was one of our other tips?
Invest in a skill. That's it.
Learn how to sell.
That's it.
Learn how to talk to people.
That's it.
All in that $100
investment.
Yep.
Investment. Well, guys, today we said we were going to show you 4, but we gave you 5 great ways to invest $100 if you're just getting started with the investment.
We're going to do another video. What's the next video? How to invest your first $500.
$500.
So
for some of our individuals with a little bit more in their nest egg, we're going to show you how to get to that. Eventually, we're going to show you if you had $100,000, what you could continue to do with that $100,000 to make it grow. Do us a favor. Comment below how you invested your first $100 and show us what your progress is. We'd be more than happy to perhaps feature you on one of our next BAM videos.
Let us know if you guys found these tips useful or if you think we're just full of crap. Either way, we want to hear it. The best compliment that you can give us, especially if you found this information useful, is to recommend us to your friends.
Absolutely.
Don't be scared to share the page, share the video. Let your friends know about it, because here we're all about helping out our community. You know, don't keep all this knowledge to yourself. Spread it.
Stay tuned. Thank you once again, BAM family. And we're out.